Meow, 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 meow,
No,
meow, meow,
no, no.
meow.
Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us on the Geek Show. We haven't done this in forever.
Yeah, months.
Oh, sorry about that, Rico. I've been a lazy
Yeah, you should apologize for having
bum.
heart surgery. That's just so rude of you.
But I've been wanting to have fun and be goofy for a while, so it's awesome.
Well, today is the day. We got a lot of catching up to do with your TV watching habits.
Yep.
Um,
I didn't even bring a comic book just because there's so many things I'm caught up on. And I've seen a couple of movies and everything. I got the Avengers in the window trying to block out some of the super bright sun. Hopefully I don't sweat to death, guys, because all this stuff blocking the windows is also blocking any air that might come in.
And you said it was 85 there today, right?
Yep, it's 85.
Yeah. Oh, before we get too far, Kenny is having surgery, I think right now, actually, on his shoulder. So, best wishes for Kenny and Skipper as well. He's not having surgery, but he is having some stuff done on his back with shots and stuff. And both people are having some work done today. So keep them in your thoughts, people. Kenny and Skipper.
I didn't realize that Skipper was having those shots. I'm trying to avoid the shots. I have we're talking about doing some type of a shot thing where they actually go through your side of your body. Like they stick the things into the side of your body to get to the side of your spine to squirt stuff to try to straighten it out. Because what's happened is when they cut, let's say, this isn't going to be very good, but like these are discs. They cut one of the discs, so it's only like on one side. So all the rest of my discs have kind of done this on the upper part. So now, like if I lay flat, I get spasms. So they were going to shoot some type of stuff in it, I think, to try to straighten it.
Gotcha.
But it's just supposed to be terribly painful.
But they have to do all the way from. You'd think that they would be able to have something they put in from the back, but then can turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do a corner.
My next pacemaker can go up through my leg, so you'd think they could do other stuff.
Yeah, pacemaker. I like it. Pacemaker.
Yep.
Oh, we want to say some highs. Should I do the James thing and do the participants, or you want to do it?
No, you're probably much better than me.
Oh, the participants list is not filled out very well. There's not a whole lot of people in there. We've got Dr. Awesome, who did a very cool stream again today. Every Monday he does one. He goes right after me, and it's always very informative. Good stream. Bruiser, what's up, dude? Carlos Diaz, there's that Chattanooga Ed character. Jenny, Mike's Aquatics and Things. Brennan, Misfit, Scotty the Fish Freak, Whips World, Bex came in. That's all that's on the participants. So we know that doesn't cover everybody. There's Steven coming in.
I see Mike is here and Jenny Lynn.
See if we missed anybody else.
Let's see. I'm going to go to YouTube.
We got Bex. I think there's Chewy.
Oh, Chewy. He looked at one of my shorts yesterday. It's the shortest short I ever did. Oh my gosh, I just opened up like 6 YouTubes.
Oh yeah, you slowed down too. It's not horrible, but you just slowed down just a little bit, at least for me.
I can't even turn them off now. They all stopped spinning. I'm just going to say, forget going to YouTube and liking my own thing.
I liked it. Dennis Christensen, hello. I think we got everybody so far.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's been probably 6 weeks since we did a Geek Out.
Jeepers.
I mean, how long ago was it when you actually had the surgery? You're on week 5 or so, right?
Probably. I don't even know. I don't remember anymore.
It's been very long. There's our Aquatic Universe and Michelle E. Hello, peeps.
But I had a super fun time this weekend at the show at Aquaticon.
Looked like it.
Is it okay if we talk about something other than comic books for a second?
I don't know, Ed. Let's see. It's your show, so maybe you should decide.
Well, it's our show. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I wanted to talk about Aquaticon, so that's great. And we, keeping fishy stuff involved is always a good idea for all of our fishy people. Oink Master,
Oh,
Myrtle.
White Master, hi. She's so sweet. So I got some Christmas moss. Now this is from Grant from Garden of Eden.
Yep. Eater.
Eden.
Eater.
Not Eden.
Eater. EDER.
Eater.
Yeah.
Those guys are so awesome. I ended up talking to them first on Saturday or Friday, some of the YouTubers got there a day early because they thought it was a 2-day event, I guess. And like Susan said, "Hey Ed, I'm here. How do I get in?" And I'm sitting in the living room, and I'm like, "How'd she find me?"
Well, knock on the door first, Susan. That's funny.
She was talking about the expo center.
Yeah.
And then I figured it out. But Carrie and Jesse, the science gal, it's kind of weird. Their show's the science gal, but it's Carrie and Jesse.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like Batman and Robin's just a sidekick.
Yeah, Jesse's a sidekick.
Yeah. But they were there. Well, so all those people were setting up during the day, and Sean Peck had a booth with his wife, and it was an art booth. And I got some art.
Which I understand they did very well.
Oh, I took the art
sold a lot of
to
stuff
to show my mom. But I got a goldfish. There was a bigger one that I liked, but it was $125, so I didn't like it enough to buy it. It was
goldfish?
It was
okay.
It was an Akara of some sort.
Okay, I thought it was some different because you said you didn't say a goldfish, you said a goldfish.
Oh, I got a goldfish art.
Okay. I'm confused. I'm sorry.
They have this Akara that she painted that was really neat. And it's a little abstract, so it could be kind of your pick of Akaras, but I thought it kind of looked like a thread fin.
Gotcha.
Shape.
Hold on, let me take just a couple more quick highs. CJ Black, Robert.
CJ,
and,
CJ was there. She came on Friday, and Dave, her husband, was wonderful. Or David.
Now, was CJ wearing my shirt? Because Sean Peck sent me a message, and it was he saw somebody wearing my shirt, so he just goes Riko and took a picture of him. Was that CJ?
CJ, do you want me to tell him? Well, I know the first day she was wearing the co-op shirt. So she had the co-op shirt on that day.
That's okay. I just wondered who it was because Sean didn't know who it was. So I wanted to, nope, it wasn't CJ.
Sean would know CJ.
Yeah, he didn't know who it was. He just said somebody was wearing my shirt and he called out my name and took a picture of the person. So I just want to know who it is so I can say thank you. That's all.
Well, I'll text him after the show if you remind me.
He didn't know. I
he
already
can send me the picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you would know. There's Patty.
Hi, Patty. But CJ was so awesome. She came to help. I don't know if she was actually an official volunteer or just a super cool person that volunteered. And her husband was an amazing guy too. And he was great. They were both awesome. Well, so I left at about 3, thinking I would get there at 4:30, and Lefty was supposed to get there at 5:30. And then I thought, I'm going to try to push everybody out to eat as fast as possible because it's a Friday night. And restaurants pack up on Friday nights. So, but I got into not me, but I got behind 2 accidents. I was an hour late, 2.5 hours to get to Knoxville.
Wow.
So I got there at 5:30. I got there literally when Lefty was getting out of his car. So I get in there and I said hi to people. I got my shirts in there. So I didn't have to worry about that the day, of the show. And
did you sell out of shirts?
No, I sold, I think 38 shirts.
Wow.
And I sold 10 hats and 1 walked off.
And 1 what?
Walked off. Disappeared.
Oh.
But let's see. Actually, I didn't sell officially 10 because one is still in the other room. Bob Kaler wanted it. And he said that, and I held the last one for him. But I didn't realize the hats would be so popular.
Oh, Crown Tell, hi there, wants to know if your Facebook Messenger issues have been resolved.
Oh, well, this is what happens when and I think it turns out it's a bug, not. Whoops,
Okay.
that's YouTube, not. Okay, so see, this is Facebook, and when I click the little thing for Messenger, I get. Well, now it's not flashing. I was getting flashing, but see, I get that. I can't get on my face or my Instagram, and there were two people. I asked Jimmy P. I wanted to talk to him, and then I realized, oh, great, I asked him to talk to me, and my stupid Instagram doesn't work, Messenger doesn't work. But is this a app or is it Facebook?
No, so that probably is the app, but you can go to facebook.com on your phone's browser and still use the desktop version of Messenger there. So there is a way around this. So hit Chrome down at the bottom.
What's Chrome?
The one on the bottom left that's got all the stuff on it.
It says numbers. 23.
Yeah, that's your Chrome.
Oh, it brought up this.
So, and then at the top, you can type in up there, just like on your computer. Treat it just like your computer now. So go to facebook.com. And then there's one step you have to do in order to get Messenger after you go to facebook.com. And I'll look at the chat while you're doing that. So CJ said, David and I came in on Thursday evening, volunteered Friday and Saturday.
They were so awesome. Well, let's fix this after we get done talking.
Okay. She also, Hi, Bob. Let's see who else had come in. And CJ, you bought the first two Mafia shirts. That might be incorrect. I might have bought the first one. Just saying, because he showed them to me, or maybe Bob or somebody else like that did too. Somebody was local. He showed them to me a few days before the event and set one aside for me. There he is.
I put the moss on the keypad.
That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Well, yeah, we'll walk through that stuff. And maybe if we've got the time, we can walk through setting up your memberships and getting them started.
Okay. Well, we'll do that after.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, after. Okay. What do you think? You want to work on your memberships? People are so excited about them.
I can try. We'll try to figure it out.
People are telling me all the time, Ed's got to get those memberships turned on.
Well, okay, so we all got there. Excuse me. At about 5:30, there's a whole bunch of people there, and I said, guys, we got to get some food. But of course, I don't really know any restaurants around there. So I asked Sean, and Sean had invited everybody there to his house afterwards. So we went to this pizza place. He says it's a busy place, but nobody ever hangs out. It's like you go in there like a Subway and you make your pizza and then you can sit down or take it. And I guess a lot of people take them.
Oh, gotcha.
And they even had a nice outdoor area, which I think would have been nice. Hey, Larry D.
Yeah, I was just going to say, man, we don't see Larry too often these days.
Larry's awesome. Well, so I went and I was the first one in line because I want to get things going, And I had the meat pizza, and I had them put all the meat on except for it looked like salami. So that and no fish. But then I had black peppers and onions, and it was delicious. And it was just like a little personal pizza.
Oh, sounds good.
And we all enjoyed that. Sarah Sieber was there, and she got white sauce instead of red. And I was like, oh, I wish I would have got white sauce.
My kids get that all the time.
You know what? I don't know what I'm doing.
Chicken bacon ranch. That's what they love.
Oh, why? I think this was a Alfredo
Oh,
sauce. But they
Daddy
may have
wants to
had,
know if they did you finally have decent tacos out there?
well, I had tacos here yesterday. When I got home from Knoxville, I was so tired. We did an inventory where we counted all the shirts to see how many I had and stuff, and counted all the money because you don't count it at the table. And then I said, okay, now I got to go to sleep. So I went straight to sleep, and my mom woke me up at about 5:30 and said, hey, you want to go get tacos? And I was like, yes, please. There's this one taco place that I absolutely love here, but I didn't get the nachos. That's on Saturday. So Friday night, we all went to Sean Peck's, and two people that came in late was Austin and the Fish Tank Barn, Mike Howe.
Yep.
They came in at about 8 o'clock or so, and they videotaped his fish tanks, and we just sat around and talked. We played some type of poker game that Sean is going to design for us to play online, Riko.
Oh, okay, good. Yep, he was talking about that. Yeah, he sent me some stuff. He said it looked like a lot of fun.
It's like caveman poker.
Is that what it's called? I couldn't remember what he said it was, but
well, that's what I called it. It's called Skulls, I think.
Gotcha.
It was probably Viking
Skulls. There is Skull. Skull Aquatics came in.
Oh, Skull.
So I think we missed somebody else too. Who was it? We said Crown Tell. We got Larry D. Robert. Did we say hi to Robert? Ray Aquatics came in. And there's a super chat from Mr. Kaler. Can you see it okay?
I can't see what the sticker is.
It says number 1. It's got that same little, the cat fox.
Thanks,
and it says
Bob.
number 1.
Bob, if not this week, next week, we ought to plan on going on a fish trip. That'd be awesome if you'd want to go out and go looking at stuff. But I got to see Robert from TN Aqua. Well, okay, so at about 11 o'clock, that was a long day for me.
Yeah.
And I was like saying, I think I got to get back to the hotel so I can get some sleep. And Sean was like, yep, everybody's got to go. I got to get. So we all left. And then Saturday morning, I woke up, had the continental breakfast that was really nice at the hotel. The hotel is really bizarre. It's like what hotels are after the pandemic. Hardwood floors, no shelving or places to put stuff. I don't know if there was even a closet. There were pegs on the wall to hang your clothes. It reminded me of a dorm. It was crazy. Oh yeah, that's right. Bob just said, don't forget there's a swap coming up. So Chattanooga is going to have a swap here in 2 weeks.
Cool.
So I'll have to try to sell some t-shirts there because I have no more hats. But
how many t-shirts do you have left then?
I have 62 shirts, I think, or
Gotcha.
60 shirts because we sent 2 to Iowa to
Yeah.
my uncle and my not niece-in-law, great niece. What's your cousin's daughter to you?
Sally. I
No.
don't know. I don't know. Your cousin's daughter. I don't know. Are they even related?
Yeah,
Is that like second cousins or something?
No, I feel more like an uncle because she's
Third cousins?
little Layla.
Just family.
Yeah, it's family. So, but she's like in
Still a
grade.
cousin. CJ said still a cousin.
Oh, well, I'd rather be an uncle. But still, she's like super excited that I'm a YouTuber. So for the like 2 years ago when we all met, she found out I was a YouTuber and she was like running around crazy, and she's been begging for merch for years. So
Nice.
we sent her some.
Nice.
And
Did you see that you got another super chat there from Mikey Mike? Where's that damn membership button? Can't find it anywhere.
And he's one of the guys that I need to get my thing for so I can mail him one of these t-shirts because I want to mail him a shirt. I owe him a shirt and I'd like to send him one anyway. So for sure. I got to get that out as soon as I figure out Messenger. I'll get that done. And there's Mariddle. I don't know, was Meriddle always here?
He was.
Oh, I'm sorry, Meriddle. Okay, so what else was I talking about?
So you got to where you left the hotel. So what about Saturday morning then? To walk us through, we're up to Saturday morning.
Well, Saturday morning, I get in there and I sit down, and I got the first, my spot on where they had the YouTubers, but they didn't have YouTubers like labeled. So people would come in and they didn't know who we were. So,
yeah, I noticed that.
I was so pooped out. I realized I opened up my bag and I didn't have any extra larges in my suitcase I brought because it was on wheels. I thought and that's like your number one seller. Yeah. So I walked all the way back to the car, and then I met people out in the parking lot and stuff. But somehow I put my keys in the suitcase, and I thought I'd locked myself out of my car, and I didn't. But Jesse from Science Scale, he started helping me out so much. He would take my keys and run and get whatever shirts I needed.
Nice.
He's amazing. He even drove the truck up to the building.
Nice.
And so
Good job, Jesse.
Jesse's awesome.
A couple more super chats there. I'd like to get them before they go away.
Sure.
Austin, be fantastic. Hit the like button. Super chat. And Whip World gave you a $2. The Fox Cat again going.
Oh, thank you, Whip. I really, really appreciate it. It was a neat meeting Austin. I left him without saying goodbye. That was on Saturday or Sunday. He was at Aquatic Marine.
That's got a name. It's called the Irish goodbye. When you just leave without saying anything, that's called an Irish goodbye. That's an Irish.
Doing a video of
so you had an excuse. Yeah.
And I didn't want to interrupt him. Him and Lefty were both like this. Well, this is like a really big saber-tooth pike, or whatever they would be saying. And I didn't want to interrupt. So I just was like, but it's hot and steamy, and I was standing too long. I was starting to feel sick. And on Saturday night, we all went out for Mexican, and then we stood in the parking lot for about an hour and a half, and I was getting really kind of sick and tired from standing.
Pushing a little bit.
My mouth went dry, my throat went dry, and then I got real sick, and I barfed up my burrito.
Oh, you overdid it. Oh, there's Patty with the $3 super chat with the pair throwing kisses, it looks like.
Well, thank you, Patty.
With the hearts. You overdid it. Yeah.
This Mexican restaurant looked like it had awesome pina coladas and margaritas and stuff.
Did you like
all I drank was sweet tea. I didn't.
I have one bit of complaint, though, actually, about the Aquatic Con footage.
Yes.
Constructive criticism for everybody that was there.
Please.
Nobody really worked together because there was 4 live streams going at the same time from the event. So you couldn't. And it's awesome that people are live streaming, but with live streams for those type of events, you want to watch it live so you can ask questions about the stuff you're seeing, right? So it's very difficult to go back, but it happened all day long where there was just everybody went at the same time.
Well,
I think just a little coordination could have made it better for everybody there. They would have had more viewers. I think like Susan didn't have very many viewers because everybody was over on another one, and just I feel like
there's Grant.
Nobody streamed who won the damn Aquascape contest. I saw
some of his awesome plants.
I saw some footage of the Aquascape contest, but I didn't see the actual thing done, and maybe I just missed it, or somebody's going to put a video out.
Well, I've watched Austin's video of it because I really didn't walk around much at all at the show. I sat almost the whole time, because I'm trying to.
Yeah.
And so I decided I would just watch the videos and watch what's going on in the auction. And I saw Susan's, and I saw some of Sarah's, but her sister did it, and her sister had never done anything like that before. And I haven't seen James's yet. I fell asleep because this was all late last night.
Shay did a great job on James. She filled in for James. She did a great job. She kept saying,
"There's Robert.
Sorry, guys, I'm doing so bad.
And I haven't even got to all the goodies that people brought me. And Robert says, how's the Buckies? He brought me a bag of Bucky nuggets or beaver nuggets.
I want to show you.
They're in the other room, so I can't pick them up.
We have a version of that here. I didn't say virgin. We have a version of that here.
That's too bad.
Why is that too bad?
I was just being silly with the virgin thing.
Oh.
TN Aqua was there. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to keep talking.
Yes.
He brought that, and Hillbilly Aquatics.
Yeah.
He doesn't do salt water anymore. So he brought me in a bag. He bought a bag of live sand for me at Aquatic Marine. And then he brought me a big pro skimmer and a reactor.
Nice.
I think were the two things.
He did mention that he was doing that Friday night in somebody's stream. He mentioned that he was going to be. He went out and bought you because he was already there early Friday. So he went out to get that for you specifically. He had asked if you still had
shirts.
It. Nice.
Such a nice guy.
There was something asking who won the competition. Yeah, it was Sarah. Sarah did win the competition.
She won the small, and I was one of the judges. And it was funny because it was going on like right in front of me. So I turned my seat sideways because I didn't want to see who was doing what tanks. Even though there was still a lot of activity, I didn't want it to split up. And people would come over and say, hey, could you tell me who that is? And I was like, I can't. I said, I'm a judge. I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
So, but what was the bummer about the competition was the raffle was supposed to be at 5. And I bought $40 in raffle tickets. It was, they gave me 5 minutes to judge 9 tanks.
Oh.
And 3 different categories.
Yeah.
So we had to go so fast. I had to figure out a way to give people points, 1, 2, 3. And then they liked how I labeled them A, B, and C. And then 1, 2, 3 for points. And then we added them up. And actually, I didn't add them up. I just I filled my stuff out and I threw it at Carrie and ran. So, but
first year, right? First year.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of little things like that just need to be fleshed out for the next time. But I mean, everybody Lefty was very happy. Everybody was very just happy about the event and loved it.
I hope I get to skate next year. I could have skaped this year, but I can't really lift my arms up. So It probably wouldn't have been much fun for me. And I'm not supposed to lift more than 10 pounds. So dropping rock, unless I would have I bet you I could have got Robert to do my move-in for me. Because there he is. He's awesome. It was so good to see Robert again. But,
real quick.
Yes.
I got a question. Crown Tail wants to know if you got any live bears from the convention.
I did. And that was actually the first fish I got. I didn't buy them, but Fish Tank Barn brought me 2 boy yellow Germans. Because it was funny, at the ALA, he brought a whole lot of fish to sell. And both his boys died when he was in Miami. So he just gave me the 2 females.
That just sounded horrible when you said it like that. I was like, what?
Oh,
both his boys died. I was thinking, hi, Carrie.
You brought 2 pairs. Hi, Carrie. I was just saying how awesome it was that you and Jesse were there. Well, but he brought me the 2 boys to go with the pair of the girls. So now I can start having some yellow Germans. But so I got the 2 guppies there. And then I got some amazing, I wish I would have bought more of these shrimp from Garden of Eden. And you guys can go to his website, Grant's website. But I'm just going to show you how, where's the gallery? I mean, look at how pretty these guys are.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So, I mean, they're just beautiful. I got those for my mom's tank. And, everybody made it. And they're all doing great, jumping around. And I wish I would have bought more. I wish I would have bought the he has different grades, and I bought the lowest grade, and I mean, he even has better ones. And they do look like Bucky nuggets or beaver
They're from
nuggets.
It's an Amish, excuse me, farmer's market that has all kinds of amazing stuff. It used to be better. It used to be smaller, and they had a lot of very locally grown things, and they still have that, but a lot of the stuff they have now is made, it says made for them, and it's made whoever, you don't know where the stuff is coming from. It's a lot more commercialized, but they still have homemade pies and stuff like that there, and all kinds of candies and pickled stuff, and it's still a farmer's market. But they did buy these last time, and they taste exactly like the regular Bucky nuggets. So we do have them here. They're just not the Bucky brand.
That's awesome.
They call them caramel puffs or caramel, whatever, puffs. They're puffs.
Do they have a little bit of flavor of maple syrup, like maple in them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a hint. I don't know if there's actually any maple there, but yeah, you definitely got it.
Well,
I'm trying to see if it does say anything about the maple, but yeah, they taste identical to those ones. All right. Anyways, I thought you'd be happy about that.
that is awesome. and I shared my Bucky nuggets with all the YouTubers that were there.
So that's another, just a small bit of constructive criticism, is that
Yes.
Kenny should have had a banner or something over there to show who people were. Now, when you walk up, you could see all the stickers and stuff on the table, but there was no way to tell that.
Yeah, what I did was I kind of became the host. People would come straight at me, and I would introduce us. I would say who I was and who James was, or Fisher and Fever, and I would say we're the Tennessee Fish Mafia. Tennessee Fish Mafia isn't a real channel. It is a group of YouTubers from Tennessee and surrounding parts that enjoy doing fish content, and we just get goofy and have fun, type thing. Please take some stickers,
Yeah.
and that's what, because I bet you 80% of the people there don't know FishTube.
Yeah.
And that's what's a shame is, that a lot of people just don't know. We're the biggest community of fish keepers in America's YouTube. But unfortunately, we're still a small part of the masses.
Yeah. There's thousands and thousands of us, but yeah.
Yeah, there's 7 million of them that just need to be reached. We need to do what the Jehovah's Witnesses do or something.
Well, maybe not that, but yeah. Have you heard about our fish and
yeah?
Have you heard about the fish
have a fish Bible. Here's some. Here, take some Moss of Life.
Moss of Life.
I'm sorry, and I'm sorry if there's any Jehovah's Witnesses here. You guys are really swell, and you don't cuss, and you're really nice. But
Austin said, "Go ahead."
Let's hear what Austin said.
Oh, it was me. He was talking about me. He said, like, he saw someone wearing my shirt. Did you know who it was, Austin? Because Sean Peck sent me a picture of the person, but didn't know who she was. So I'm just curious who it was.
I personally own 2 giant YouTube or FishTube banners, but they were made by Aquascape, so I just didn't want.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Any Aquascape money into a different competition.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you will be seeing it in a project that James and I are going to be doing soon. And Riko will be occasionally showing up too, I think.
Abigail? She said, Ed's live streams are my cozy place.
Oh, well, thank you so much. What did Grant say? It was so much fun hanging out with Grant and Shelby this weekend. Oh, he bought a hat and shirt too. That was really awesome of him. Okay, so after the show, from what I understand, is every freshwater fish, literally fish. I don't know if all of his shrimp got sold, but every fish was sold in the building. So, like, every vendor that brought in freshwater fish left without live fish, is what I was told.
Nice.
That's pretty crazy. And so maybe next year I might have to put out a booth, or because really I think they had 850 people plus was this is just kind of a rumor that I heard. So I mean that's not official.
There was over 800 is what I see all the time. I think Lefty said that. I think other people said that too, that Kenny, I think, said that there was over 800.
Well, at the end, I heard Kenny say there was over 850.
Okay.
So the word came from Kenny, but I didn't know if he made that official or not.
Gotcha.
But people wanted to see freshwater stuff, and I'm glad that Grant was there because that was awesome. And there's this lady that goes to all the Aquashellas, and she comes from Dallas, and she's really a supplier, kind of like Grant. They supply stores with fish. And she tries to find vendors at these things, she told me, but she also sells to the public, her bettas. And Kenny bought all what was left of her bettas. And she was like on cloud nine, because normally at the end, she has like 25, 50 bettas that she's given to the YouTubers and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, YouTubers didn't get any free stuff, but that's okay, because I would rather the vendors get something. But she sold about 25 of her bettas to My Fish Store. Aquatic Aesthetics was there. Rob. And
I was so surprised when he shaved his head and everything. Oh, Skipper's here. Skipper, how you doing, man?
Hey, Skipper.
How's things? At the shot, any kind of relief yet? Is it something that happens quick? Let us know how you're doing.
Well, but Grant brought Garden of Eden, or did I say that right?
Eater.
I always want to say Garden of Eden, and I know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grant.
I do it too. It's
kicked me in the shin, but
I mean it's one letter off. So
some nice Christmas moss he gave me. After the show, I'm gonna have to try to figure out these tanks from my dad. I'm just gonna have my dad drop them into tanks, and then hopefully I get cleared to go downstairs on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to
Java fern. And I mean, that's a nice Java fern right there. I mean, look at the roots. It's awesome. And he gave me two. Oh, this one's, is this a narrow leaf and normal? Oh, look, this one kind of has like a little bendies in the leaf. That's really neat. I don't have any of this.
Skipper said he got the injection and it went great. It's working already. Good. And Greg's Planet Tanks, he said, Ed, I'm having trouble finding the join button for membership.
We'll work on it. I appreciate it, though. You guys are too good to me. This is Batis. I don't have any of this, so it'll be interesting to see how this does. I've never had that. So that's cool. Oh, he gave me another one of these Narrows. Very cool. I'm going to be setting up my Synodontis tank here. And Cryptus parva mini.
I have one of those.
That almost looks like a
or
little
some
airplane.
of those.
I need to get some water on these guys. But very awesome. So I wanted to show you guys off some of those plants. That was so cool. And his shrimp are amazing, folks. Next Aquashella, I'm going to bring a cooler and I'm going to buy probably like at least $100, maybe $200 worth of shrimp from him because they're awesome.
I do need some more blue shrimp.
Yeah, I mean that all that.
Hey, Mike. Fish Tank Barn came in.
12 shrimps were in that bag, and for $40. That's a steal, guys. I didn't even look at the bags because I just knew that he was a good guy. But I was thinking there was like 8, maybe if I was lucky, 6 or 8. But that was a whole mess of them. Super generous. Thank you so much.
So did you meet anybody new at this event? Well, CJ was the first time you got to meet her.
Yep, CJ and Austin.
Yeah.
And Austin gave me a lanyard. I didn't bring that in, but
Fantastic Freaks lanyard.
yes, a Fantastic
cool.
Freaks lanyard.
Very cool.
And that
Crypt
was one
Keeper?
thing. They gave wristbands, but I wish they would have given a tag or something so I could wear it around my neck. I prefer that over wristbands.
And Grant said, "You're welcome, Ed. It was a great time. So happy to have gone."
It was so much fun. We really got to learn a lot about him, and he's a super cool guy.
Yeah, it definitely was. Like I said, it was in my 4 that I wanted to go to: the Oktoberfest, Triple Crown, Aquaticon, and of course the Keystone Clash are my 4 that I really wanted to go to. I only get to go to 1, but I'm going to make the most of it.
Well, and then I was going to get the nachos. But by the time I finally, because I was sitting there all this time, and Carrie comes back with a hamburger. And she's sitting behind me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And Select Pet's there, John from Select Pet.
Oh, yeah.
And we both turn around like, oh my gosh, that smells so good.
Yeah.
So we both went and we got hamburgers instead of nachos. But I did ask about the nachos. And he said he had 1 left. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll definitely take the hamburger. Never take the last of the food for the day.
Brookley Bell came in, and Rock Hard Tank says, I couldn't figure out what was missing on Ed. Then it came to me. Eyebrows. They're important. Because it's that.
I try to, the eyebrows kind of keep it from rolling all the way up. But they're there.
And did you meet anybody that you weren't expecting to meet, that you didn't know was going to be there? Or somebody who watches FishTube, but we didn't know their name or anything. Anybody like that? Brother Dan. Hey, I didn't even see you come in, Dan.
Steve was there. But
Yeah,
I mean, I've met him several times.
Yeah. Brother Dan's taken off. I didn't even see you come in, Dan. I'm so sorry.
See you later, buddy.
Rack was there. Yep. I would love to meet Rack.
Yeah. I was
hang out with Rack.
But I was expecting Rack.
Yeah.
So
nobody that stands out that said that they are in the community, but you just never didn't know them or anything like that?
I kind of get around. So I was excited to see everybody, but I've met a lot of people.
You get around, but you don't put out. So, I mean...
Yeah. That sounds like well, I never got to hang out that long with Grant and Shelby. I mean, I've talked to them several times, but I got to hear about his paintball and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty fun, and that was a lot of fun actually. Talking about that type of stuff. Let's see. Oh, well, I hung out quite a bit with Sarah, the Savannah Darter. She was there for Susan. Well, I guess probably CJ Black is probably and David were probably the 2 coolest people I had never met, and Austin too. So.
Yeah, you can't forget people. It's so hard to know. Oh, Grant said you told the funniest joke of the weekend. Of course.
Man, I'm always talking. I don't know what I said. I don't know. I'm kind of a dork that way. But I appreciate it.
Like I said, I know Lefty had a good time. He streamed on the way home this morning.
Felt bad for Lefty. He came down and he had a migraine and didn't go out. Well, he did have pizza, but he didn't eat any because he wasn't feeling good, and he just went straight back to the hotel, and I guess he ordered a hamburger. And then the next day, I picked Mexican, and I guess Mexican doesn't do well with his internal workings. And he was like, I don't think I should eat Mexican and drive 13 hours the next day. So he didn't eat with us then. I felt so bad that I kind of shafted Lefty twice. But hey, Matt, I wasn't able to get to my messenger because it's not working. Wednesday, if your messenger isn't working. Oh, I'll try to read what you're saying.
We're going to work on it after the stream.
Okay.
Matt. So hopefully it'll be working.
But it was amazing. You were able to figure out how to get on this from me sending it to your telephone.
I mean, yeah, you just copy the link and yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but you have to copy the link and send it to your Facebook.
I copy the link and just send myself an email.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's even other easier ways, but that's just quick. So I just copy the link, open up an email, send it to myself.
I've never sent an email to myself or an email from my phone.
I probably send more emails to myself than anybody else. I use it as a note-taking thing.
I do that with jokes and stuff that I see. I send them to like stupid memes or funny pictures or something. I send to my Facebook, and then I can see them. And sometimes I send them to yours.
And Myrtle has a good point. Yeah, you can just put it in the chat on Wednesday if worse comes to worse. I'm sure we'll figure it out today. I'm sure we'll get it sorted out.
I don't know how to put links into the chat. Well,
Matt would do it for you, so you could just click the link in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Like we always used to do. Crypt Keeper says, my email is full of spam. I think Gmail does a great job with spam, but I worked at it as well and added stuff to it, quite often. But now I don't get very much spam at all in my actual inbox. I mean, the spam folder gets hundreds every day, but I don't actually get much in the inbox. All right. So anything else about AquaticCon that?
I won 2 things.
Okay, from the raffles.
Yes.
I said you were going to win stuff.
Well, that was the bummer. Was I thought the raffle was supposed to be at 5, and so I'd have an hour to really look at the aquascapes and stuff instead of 5 minutes. But so then I go down there, and Hillbilly Aquatics is so cool. He knows that we're standing around, and he went and got me a chair. So you got probably 200 people standing, and I'm sitting in a chair like a bum. Yeah. But I won a cool frozen brine shrimp thing. Like you can make too much frozen brine or brine.
Oh,
yeah. Brine shrimp. And you put it in the little rubber cubes and you squeeze it and it pops out and you have little squares.
Yeah, yeah.
You can also do with rapashi.
We have some of those, the silicone ones.
Oh, you want me to run and get it real quick and show it to you?
Sure, if you want to, if you feel up to it. Fried spam with mustard, yeah, buddy. Unsubscribed, everyone. Yeah, I never unsubscribe to any of them. I just block them, put them in the spam. And then it works pretty good. I think they have the best spam filters out of the mass email things. Very nice at Hillbilly. Yeah, yep. They moved up to 430. The raffle. And again, I'm sure there was a lot of little things. Their first time doing the event. They've never done any of these types of events before. So it sounds like their very first event was a huge success, and hopefully they're going to do it next year. I guess it's not official yet, right?
It's probably going to weigh a lot on Kenny. I didn't want to ask because I think he suffered a lot of stress over this whole thing.
Yeah.
And then afterwards he said, please put something nice in the comments or I guess there's a place somewhere, I don't know where, to comment about the show. To say what you thought of the show.
Facebook group or something maybe?
Maybe that's what it was. Well, some lady went there and she went on there and had a tirade at the show at Kenny and on Facebook or wherever about how terrible it was because there was no nanofish for her. She came to buy nanofish and there weren't nanofish. And it's like, Kenny can't control what the vendors bring. Yeah. There was a guy who brought like 50 different plecos and a bunch of big cichlids. Maybe the last show he went to, he brought 50 nanofish, Resboras or something, and nobody bought a single one.
Yeah. Or maybe she looked too late or whatever it was. I mean, yeah. That seems like a very strange complaint to have.
Well, the first Aquashella in Florida last, 2 years ago, there was a lot of betta salesmen, but there was only one person, I think, maybe selling freshwater fish. So, it's hard to get the freshwater people out there. So that's, we just got to try to get them to show up.
Which is weird.
Oh, and the Knoxville Fish Club showed up with a booth. Or, they were given a booth to promote their stuff. And I'm really glad that they came and did that because they made themselves look good. And I really promoted them and told everybody about them. And so they were going back over there. But this is the little thing I got. You put your Rapashi or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Those are a lot smaller than the ones we have. Fish Tank Barn, Mike said there wasn't a lot of freshwater vendors.
Yeah. I think they had 15 people cancel kind of at the last minute. So, and I know that some of them were freshwater people.
Gotcha.
I think that they're just afraid. Vendors have to gamble. They're gambling that there's going to be more people there than at a local fish swap. And so if they're coming in from out of town, they're going to look at, well, the hotel is going to cost me $160. And I don't know how much the booths cost. It was on the website. But
I don't think it was much. I felt like it was like $40 or something.
Oh, I thought it was maybe like 200, but I don't know.
Oh,
I don't have a clue.
Cheaper.
I don't have a clue. I was guessing. So
Killer Kitty.
If it was $40, then I really should have brought a booth. But still, so you have to weigh all these things.
Sure.
And so it's like a lot of them wanted to. Oh, okay.
Yeah, $250 for it. Wow.
I thought it was somewhere in there because it's a big event. Like a club event's going to be anywhere from $50 to $10 probably. So that's where the freshwater people also can weigh it. It's all gives and takes. So, they brought in $850 this year. Hopefully they double that next year. Hopefully they bring in $1,500.
Yeah.
That's how it snowballs and grows.
Well, I hope it was good enough for him to, decide to do it again.
Yeah.
And, again, take the little bits of constructive criticism and, work on those things, the things that are real that can help improve stuff, Hi, Vanoski.
Oh, okay. Now, look, Grant, he's a professional guy. So he said the total was $650. And now, is that also including your gas? Because he had to come all the way up from Florida, too. So, I bet that was his gas.
He says they eat out regardless, so food it would have been the same as at home.
So, hopefully he sold $650 worth of fish and plants and stuff. But so, yeah, that's what you gotta do. Gas was $200.
Whip, you didn't get a deal on the hotel room, or was it sold out? He said for the Clash, it's costing him $200 a night.
Oh gosh!
It cost me $300 for Thursday night. For all Thursday night, I can't remember how much, 300 something. We're going down Thursday. We're going to stay Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night.
Well, I gotta reserve that too. Now, with that one, is there a link on their website to get the deal?
There is, and Scotty is in charge of it, basically. Scotty, are there still hotel rooms? Give us just a quick update, Scotty. Is there any vendor space left? And is there any hotel rooms left, if you would? He said yes to the hotel rooms. So you probably want to do it soon, though, I think.
Scotty, can you tell us, unless it's private, how much a booth costs? So like somebody like Grant, he's way down in Florida, so I don't know if he's going to drive all the way to Pittsburgh. Or not Pennsylvania.
Well, there's our Killer Kitty. That's who it was with the shirt. Killer Kitty. I saw your picture.
Oh, my gosh.
I was happy my Riko shirt went over well at Aquatic Con, but I was too nervous to talk to anyone. Aw. Well, that's too bad. But Killer Kitty, thank you so much for wearing one. I really appreciate that. That's awesome.
Well, Killer, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's too
Oh
bad
man.
you didn't. You didn't. These guys are so nice, Killer Kitty. That's too bad. But it was very cool to see you. I
Yeah.
know Sean Peck just he called out. He just said
Oh,
Riko, and he took a picture. It's my fault.
Grant's
Oh,
gonna be there at the one up there in Balloon. So that's awesome.
nice. Um, the total was 400 for CJ and David. Scotty just sent an email. He said there's very few.
Well, let's see. I didn't have to buy a ticket for the Aquaticon, but I did. And then I spent 50 for my ticket because I bought the big ticket. And then I spent 80 for my room. Well, no, actually about 102 for my room because of taxes. I split it with Lefty. So that's 150. And then I think I filled up my tank once. So it was probably 200.
Killer Kitty said, fantastic, said great shirt, and I turned 10 shades of red, hero worship syndrome for Austin. Because he said great shirt. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's I'm Killer Kitty. I thought you were going. That's cool though. That now we know what you look like. I mean, not everybody. I'm not going to share it or anything. It was just Sean Peck sent it to me, so don't worry. I won't share their picture or anything. Oink Master's back.
Oh, this is Sean Peck's wife's art. This is the goldfish I got. And I think it's so funny that she has stickers and he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's got 50,000 subs and doesn't have stickers. And then all of us guys are giving out stickers and we're just like little minnows.
Scotty just add some more information there. All class sponsorships are completed. Speaker sponsorships are still available. He's looking for people to do that. We want to do some fundraising soon. Not doing great. I'm going to help you with that part, Scotty, for sure myself for the Fish Fam. And Aquascaping sponsorships just opened up. Okay. We'll do some. We're going to do some more about that. I don't want to talk too much about the class.
Hi, Crystal.
It's still a ways away, and this is more about Ed's weekend, so I don't want to talk too much more about it.
Oh.
We'll do it later. We'll do it on a stream. I mean, we're going to do it. We're going to be talking about it a lot coming up. Robert says he has a Peck Tech sticker.
Well, is it this sticker? Well, you know what? Sean Peck does sell on Teesprings like a $10 Pet Tech sticker for your car.
Oinky wants to know how many tanks she should have available for the auction at the Clash. Well, I guess it depends on what you're going to bid on.
Yep.
I'm not going to be bringing home any fish. I am bringing a bunch of stuff to the Clash to give away. All the guppies are going except for my tub guppies. We're going to have a trunk full of wood and some API stuff, and I can't remember what else. Something else. Larry D is going to be at the Clash.
Very cool. I've met Larry D.
Yeah. Chicago, right?
Yep. Larry D's awesome. Super cool guy. What? And that's where I met Crystal too.
Hi, Crystal. I forgot to say hi to Crystal. Yeah. So Clash is going to be, there's somewhere around 50 to 70 people from the community going. So it should be a lot of fun. Ed is coming. Ed's pretty sure he's coming.
I'm going to do my best. Yes, yeah. I need to reserve a room. I need to reserve a room for that and for the Triple Crown.
Triple Crown I really want to go to, too. Just so many, Bruiser and Jenny are going to that for sure, but they might not make it to the Clash. Kenny and Danny, Patty's going to the Clash. I think she's still going to the Clash. Not the Clash, Triple Crown. Just so many people that aren't going to be at the other event that I'm not going to get to see.
Probably the biggest part of the jam that I'd be getting into, Scotty, other than not finding a room, would be my car's getting older, and hopefully my car's still driving good. Because I drive that truck to all these events.
We got to do the rear bearings this week on Michelle's. And that we're like 220,000 miles, so we're going to be buying something new very, very soon. How
That's
far
where
is
I'm
the
at.
airport from the Clash venue? I do not know. Is it Philadelphia? Scotty, can you help out with that one? I don't know what the closest airport would be. What?
Yeah, well, what happened, Mike, was I reserved rooms for the wrong weekend. And found out it was the wrong weekend and tried to rebook them, and it was booked. So James and I are not going to be staying at the main hotel or the Best Western that's next door. So James and I may just have to drive 5 minutes to get to the Triple Crown. But that's all right. Look at this, my good buddy Jen Nugget and Rico. It's
Sorry.
Ricky D.
Hello, Ricky. And Mike says you need to get your room for the Triple Crown soon. Pretty close to being sold out. I gave away my tickets.
It is sold
for that.
out. It is sold out.
Because I bought tickets for the Triple Crown. I thought I was going to make it, but I had bad news, and I'm not. I can't go to any of those events that far, so I'm not going to get to go. So I gave away my tickets. I gave one to Hippie John and the other one to Jess. And when I sent the email asking if they were transferable, Rusty Wessel was actually the person who responded to the email, which I thought was that's how heavily involved he is. And he was very cool about it. They said, yeah, they would have no problem transferring the tickets over. So, hi, Paul.
Now, the week directly after the Triple Crown is Aquascape Dallas. So I will be turning around and going straight down to Dallas. Probably be heading to Dallas on Wednesday.
You know what? We've already been going for an hour. We haven't talked about we haven't talked about geeky stuff at all yet.
I know. And
nobody goes now. Are you got time still, or do you need to?
Well, how about 20 more minutes? My mom, now that I've drove, now my mom's ready for me to start driving her to the grocery store and things. Because she asked me if I would drive her to Walmart and Arby's when we get done. And I said probably around 4:30. So how about we try to shoot for 4:30?
I want some Arby's.
Yeah, I don't know what she likes right now. She watches RB commercials and then gets real hungry for Arby's. Wish she would do that for Taco Bell.
Yeah, that happens to me too. That's the one place where I am very susceptible to commercials.
Taco Bell?
Else. Food, just food. When it's a food commercial, it doesn't have to be Taco Bell, but I get hungry for like tacos or just whatever the general food is that I see. Food commercials work on me very well, but they're the only ones. Like I don't ever want to go buy a car or worry about ED medication or anything. Those things don't.
Why wouldn't you care about my medication?
Renita, hi Gina French.
Hey, Gina.
And there's Geek Boy. What's up, dude? All right, so we got just a few minutes left, and let's talk about the shows that you've watched on Disney Plus.
Yes, last night. Okay, you know how I started watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
And you know how it irked me to see Falcon throwing the shield around. It irks me even more seeing another guy without super. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
I hate seeing people that don't have super strength doing things that you didn't see a Captain America do with the shield.
Like, what did he do, though?
When Captain America threw the shield, he was using his super strength, all these things. Yeah. And when the Falcon throws it, he's throwing it just like exactly the same way.
Yeah, but it's a shield that weighs nothing. Adamantium is very, very light, vibranium, is very, very light, so it's not hard to throw it. Anybody could throw it.
But still,
Cap had to be careful because if he would have thrown it, it would have gone on. If he would have used all of his power to throw it, it would have been cutting through trees and shit, which he's done. You won't see those guys. They'll stick it in a tree.
I don't know. We'll probably see. I mean, I saw him. This fake guy threw it like So it went like this flat, so his buddy could slide on the concrete road and not get road rash. And it's like, because they're always looking for different ways to make the shield look cool.
Yeah.
And it just irks me. I think they should have given it to Bucky. He was the nomad. He should have got it. He had it in the comic book. Now I know they rewrote the comic book, so the Falcon had it, but they did a lot of rewriting of comic books for movies.
Well, they've rewritten the comic books so many times for so many different things. I mean, again, this one upsets a lot of people. Thor has been a woman. It's happened a couple of times. So,
well, he will be in the next movie.
That's the thing is, I think to get any enjoyment from movies or TV shows based on that source material, you have to disconnect it from it. If you wanted them to be exactly like the comic books or follow that story, I think you're always going to be disappointed.
Yep, I guess I will.
But I don't remember there being anything that he did that made me think, oh, he couldn't have done that without his superpower.
I don't like seeing a Captain America that's not a super soldier.
I hated that Captain America, and that was the whole point of him, was that so we hated him.
Yeah, and that's probably why he really made my blood boil a lot more.
He was just horrible. He looked like he had dentures and his jaw was way too,
Well, they did that so he wouldn't look like Captain America.
Yeah, he looked like he was wearing, like it was way too big for him, like he was a young kid wearing the costume. So
I thought he was going to look more freakish when he took the thing off than he did.
Yeah, he looked pretty normal. Hi, George Mexicali.
Yeah,
what else about the series?
And then I'm praying that Cap comes back.
Have you seen all of the show yet?
I've only seen the first 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
But I'm praying that Cap comes back as our beloved Captain America like he did in the comic books. And I know he probably won't because the actor thinks he's been stereotyped. But you know what? The actor's not that good of an actor. He can't do anything else.
I like Chris Evans.
I think Chris Evans he was terrible in Knives Out. What else has he done?
Really? See, I didn't think so. I thought he was okay in that. I thought he was good in Scott Pilgrim.
I don't know if I saw that.
I like him. He's not like the greatest actor, but I think he does a good enough job. Good enough. That's my motto. Good enough.
But that Sebastian guy is such a good actor.
Sebastian Stan is a great actor.
And I mean, and that's the thing is, Chris Evans got hired because of his body, not his acting. Robert Downey Jr. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Whatever. He got hired because of his acting ability. So Thor, he got hired because of his body, but he's also amazingly hilarious. I really like that Chris Hemsworth guy. I think he's pretty funny. But so, there's this back and forth.
I don't know that he's a better actor than Chris Evans, though. I think the Chris's are pretty comparable acting wise.
I don't think so. Chris Hemsworth. I mean, yes, Hemsworth. He might suck as a serious actor, but he's a hilarious goofball. I mean, with that Ghostbusters movie, the all-girl show that laid the biggest egg in the world, which was a shame because I was really looking forward to it. A lot of those people I really liked. But he was the best thing in the whole movie.
He was definitely good.
He made me laugh so hard, especially when he was wearing glasses and he put his finger in the glasses to rub his eye. He did have lenses. Oh my God, he was so funny in that show. But yeah,
so you've only seen 2 episodes of Falcon. Okay, so I feel like that's not enough to really have a good opinion about the whole series. There's so much more to get into. So what else have you watched?
It just irked me to have another normal wielding the shield.
Yeah, but again, I think that was the whole point, is that this guy is not Captain America, and there's no way he can live up to it.
But how's he flinging it so good?
Again, it weighs nothing.
But he just got that shield
a
month.
Instantly
and he's
knew how to
throwing it around, so he's hitting balloons in all different directions.
It's just a time when you have to, suspend disbelief,
Just Just makes me angry, people.
All right, what else did you watch? The Bad Batch.
Okay, I've seen about half of the Bad Batch.
What do you think
Now,
about
the problem with the Bad Batch is it's a cartoon. So and I'm still living upstairs. So if my mom is up and she walks by and realizes there's a cartoon on TV, she's like, oh, can we listen to music? Or because we use the television as the music box in the house.
What? Why? It's still
She has
media.
a disconnect for cartoons. As soon as she sees a cartoon, it's like, click. That's terrible. We need to change it. So I can only watch the Bad Batch when like she's at a church event or out with her friends or something like that.
So that isn't a knock on the show. That's a knock on your mom.
She enjoyed Captain America last night. She was like, oh, I hate that new Captain America guy. And then she kept asking me about Falcon. So are those wings in his back all the time? I was like, no, it's a suit. And then he flew around. She says, I think they're connected to him. And then he said something about Winter Soldier because he has a metal arm. So she's like, well, he must have metal wings. But nevertheless, it was fun to watch the show with her too. That was probably the best part. And I think Captain America is like the only person that she connected with in all the Avenger type movies. Hold on, see it.
It's actually a Micronaut, though.
Oh, I thought they were going to pop out, and then I saw that they were out. Very cool.
See, that was a bad thing about the Micronauts is that, the joints and stuff. But it's exactly like,
You know what I did with toys that had loose joints?
It looks a lot like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It looks just like Jesus.
It's so old. It's not. Jesus had wings.
Ed, should you turn? Yeah, she would. South Park, she would probably just have a fit about.
Oh yeah, she would not.
But let's see.
Okay, so you watched part of the Bad Batch, and overall you did like it. You just
I really enjoy it.
And, yeah, I liked it too.
And that Omega, the little girl, and she's Boba Fett's sister. Nobody's ever really talked about that.
Yeah,
but she's awesome. And you see, she's in this video game I play, and I thought she was a little boy clown because it's short hair and the person's so small. And shooting an arrow. I was like, this is the stupidest action figure in my game because she's shooting an arrow in Star Wars. Or he is. So I've never collected the Bad Batch bunch in my video game. But now they're pretty cool and I would like to. But yeah, very good show. Great show, guys. Bad Batch, 2 thumbs up.
Okay.
Ghost Knight. I'm caught up completely with Ghost Knight. Just waiting for the next one.
Moon Knight?
Moon Knight.
I was like, Ghost Knife? wait, are we back to fish? I was
Moon
Knight. Moon Knight. Now, did you read any of the Moon Knight comics or anything?
No.
Okay. So you don't have any expectations. Moon Knight has a very convoluted history because they never really kept things canon. They just switched it up however they wanted to because he was such an unknown. They felt like they weren't going to make a lot of fans upset because he was such an unknown. And
yeah, I felt like they really put 2 different stories together.
It's
from how I feel like.
It's good. I like it so far. There's a lot of questions I have, and I'm hoping that they tie them all up.
Well, when Moon Knight went to the white suit in the 80s, with the tie and the mafia type suit, I loved it. I loved that outfit. And I always thought the other outfit was kind of cool, but I never bought his comic book. I still bought G.I. Joe or Fantastic Four or somebody else.
There was just a couple of runs of it just recently, and Warren Ellis was one of them. 2 years ago, 4 or 5. I don't remember how many. No, it had to be longer than that because I was still working when it came out. So it had to be like 8 years ago now. Jesus. He did a very good run on it. And then it was somebody after him as well. So they do have a lot of new content for it. just from the last decade.
I just always thought that the all white suit was really badass. I have both action figures. I have the Moon Knight.
Do you?
Yeah, I bought them like in the early 90s or 80s, and I still have them. I took all my action figures and I've made them into Christmas tree ornaments.
Scruffy City Aquatics. That's a name I'm not familiar with.
Hey, Scruffy City.
And Brooklyn Bell says, "What is Team America?" It's basically South Park with puppets, right, Steven? Steven said, "What would Ed's mom think of the puppet sex in Team America?"
She would not like it.
And Larry D, dang, I've not seen one of those in years. I have a whole bunch of the Micronauts here. Whole bunch of them. Micronauts were my thing, man. They were my favorite. So I've got a whole bunch of them.
I used to have a white Christmas tree so you could put all the superheroes on it and see them really good. It was so cool. But then I got cats and I haven't put them up since I got the cats. So it's been about 8 years.
All right. So Moon Knight, you're caught up on. You watched half of.
Yeah, and I really enjoy Moon Knight. I love the actor that's in that. I love Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
I don't
what
know
else? Have you watched anything else? Have you watched? I know you weren't a fan of Vision. So did you watch any of that?
I have not.
Okay. Are you going to?
I don't think so. I know that sounds terrible, but the Vision action figure I don't even like. I have hated that character for decades.
So Vision is not the main part of the story. Scarlet Witch definitely is. Vision is in there, but has a very, very small part and is different than what I remember you describing him as just too overpowering and just too everything. And I don't know. I think you should give it a try and see what you think.
I didn't like it.
It's not about the Vision. It's not about the Vision.
I wish I had the Namor's power and I just punched the Vision in the face.
Scruffy City said, "It's Mitch from Knoxville. I'm in the wrong account." So Mitch? What's your other account? Because I'm not familiar with. Do you know Mitch's other account? Is it Mitch from Knoxville?
Put me on the spot.
Well, maybe Mitch will come in and we'll see it.
Yeah. Mitch from I'm almost at high school. From Knoxville. Hi, from Tian Aqua. And then he could say, "Hi, Tian Aqua from Tennessee."
So any other shows then?
Okay.
Mandalorian. You watched that, right?
Love the Mandalorian. Absolutely love the guy. I was on the border because I was like, when the Mandalorian first came out, I was like, I want Boba Fett. I don't want the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
This Mandalorian guy is such a dorky, cool guy. I mean, he's such a lost individual. He's learning about life is more important than tradition. But yet he has skills that are freaking amazing and awesome. And his tradition
you watched The Mandalorian too then? You watched Boba Fett and Mandalorian.
Yes, but I'm talking about when the Mandalorian first came out. I was kind of against the Mandalorian because I wanted to see Boba Fett.
Gotcha.
Because they had talked about making a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah.
And then they lost so much money on their movies. They said they were going to scrap all their movies. And I was so excited because they were going to do an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Which is still coming. Fett.
Well, they're going to do a series now.
Yeah, which is cool. I'm good with that.
Actually, I prefer the series.
Yeah, me too.
So, but at the time, they scrapped everything and didn't tell us. And they also shot our canon away. Because I wanted the Bounty Hunter Wars from the books. But, oh well. I'm being I can't be too geeky on the Geek Out show.
Yeah. So Boba Fett and Mandalorian, you like both shows? Have you watched both shows?
Yes, I've watched them all.
And like both of them.
And, yes, I do. I like both of them. But my favorite episodes of Boba Fett was the episode about the Mandalorian.
Gotcha.
Getting his ship. I mean, that was a Mandalorian episode, not a Boba Fett episode. I mean, I don't know if Boba Fett was in it.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. It felt like there was a couple there that were heavily Mandalorian. But that's good that they're tying it together. I love that. See, that's the great thing about all these shows and stuff. Now, think about back 30 years ago, we didn't have the universe concept about all that type of stuff. Everything was a standalone, the TV shows, the movies. Yes, you had some split offs and all that kind of stuff.
And
we didn't have like we do today.
And I can't wait till Sebastian, the Winter Soldier, plays Luke Skywalker.
Yes. Yep.
He dyes his hair blonde. Oh my God. He's not a spitting image, but man, he's going to be awesome.
Patty said, is it like a Back to Future thing? A man in a DeLorean? That was all the memes for the longest time. Man, DeLorean.
Oh, I understand it now. I needed help.
Scruffy said, Mando series finally seen Boba way cooler.
Yeah.
Scotty doesn't know what we're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Neither does Skull. That's what we do on the Geek Show, though. Usually we don't talk a lot about fishy stuff. It's mostly, it's usually we have a comic book, both of us, and we'll talk about the graphic novel, and go from there. That's usually Mitch Norton. Mitch Norton is Scruffy City. Mitch from Knoxville.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. I hope we're not boring you too much.
All right. What else? What other kind of?
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else is available out there. Oh, you said you watched a couple movies.
Yeah, we're trying
and it is. You wanted to go to 4:30? Is that what you said?
Yeah, but I like how Boba Fett has done what he's done, but I wish he wore his helmet more. Which is weird because the Mandalorian, I felt like, take your helmet off. Who cares? But Boba Fett always had his helmet on in the movies.
Yeah.
And now he's like barely got it on. But who cares? Okay, so I saw Batman, and it's already on HBO.
Yeah. It was released like right away almost, right?
Yeah,
maybe at the same time?
I don't know if it was the same time, but if it was, then I wasted my money at the movies because I saw it on my TV too. But great movie. It's just he's skinny. Still my beat. But he pulled it off.
John from KG said his biggest gripe was that he loved the movie. He thinks it might be his favorite Batman movie, and I might be in agreement with him. It's up there for me. But he said his biggest thing was that it didn't seem like there was much separation between Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like a lot of the other characters played them differently. Well, he seemed to be the same character. But I said I see where you're coming from, but in that defense, the only time we see him playing Bruce Wayne is when there's something, he goes to a funeral. It's always something bad happening. He's not in a normal social situation at a party or something.
He did go to the nightclub once.
But he was there. Yeah, I guess that's true. He was sort of a social situation. Was he there as Bruce Wayne?
I thought he was because he went there to talk to the Penguin. Was it the Penguin? No, it was the Penguin's boss.
Yeah, the guy who actually killed his
Catwoman's dad.
Yeah, but so that was not a fun social situation either, though.
Yeah,
I mean, he had a mission,
and he was sad.
And what'd you think about Selena Kyle, the casting for that?
I prefer my Selena not related to anybody.
What do you mean?
Like she's related to the big boss.
It was interesting. Yeah, I don't know if that's real or not. I don't really read a lot of Batman
it's
stuff.
It's not. That's Elektra's story is what it was. I mean, it was just like Elektra. But I did like her.
When she she was fun to watch. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Especially when she was wearing the wigs.
But like I said, it seemed like she was more Elektra than Catwoman or Selena Kyle.
Just because of the relationship?
The whole thing. I mean, she was like...
I mean, she was a cat burglar, though. She was stealing from the rich and stealing from, she was...
But, I mean, she, like, had roommates, and I don't know. Selena Kyle's, like, kind of always been kind of ritzy to me.
Yeah, but, I mean, these are early in their careers. These are young kids still. These are, just starting out. We're going back in time. to an earlier point, so they're not to those characters yet.
But you see, I don't know. Is it truly the beginning? Because I mean, they respected Batman enough that he could walk in with the cops, and no other movie was like that.
I mean, it was very, very early in his career. He basically had been Batman for like a year or two, and that was it.
But he was already more respected than the other Batmans with the police departments. And all the other Commissioner Gordons kept it secret.
And the other times he's been through some things that made him look worse, and the city started to hate him at times. So the police and stuff started to hate him more as time went on. Get what I'm saying? So early in his career, they were on the fence about him. I mean, some of the cops hated him, and
he eventually becomes the Justice League, loved like the Avengers.
Yeah.
But oh well. So yeah, that's probably enough for that. The other movie I saw though was Morpheus.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, you said you did see that, right? Mobius. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, so don't. I know you didn't like it, and a lot of people I've heard did not like it. They thought it was horrible.
2 out of 10.
Wow, that bad.
I was very disappointed. It's you know how Sony was making terrible movies like with the Fantastic. It reminded me of like almost the last Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was just so standalone and changed up way too much. And again, you have to disconnect from source material, but you still have to respect it a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I don't care if it's 1 for 1, but you got to at least respect it a little bit.
It's hard to. Well, I really liked the first half. I think he did a great job building the character. But when he actually realized he's a superhero, super bad guy, you know, he's actually a good guy. They want to make him join up with Blade and Ghost Rider of all people, which I think sounds like a weird combination with Ghost Rider. But they want him to meet up with Blade. And I think it has potential, but they gave him so much more power than he has in the comic books. I think he would overwhelm Blade. So I don't know how that's going to work. And then I don't know what MCU it's really weird because he talks about Venom at one point. So Venom's in his universe. So maybe it'll be Venom and Blade and him. I don't. But the Vulture was in it, you know.
Yeah, he's in the MCU. I mean, it's basically at this point it's one MCU. Even the Eternals and the Shang-Chi, that's all, you know. Even though they didn't talk too much about it being, this isn't Disney. This was Sony, and they made a point of it. But they still are putting out together. They're still working together on it.
But they said something about a different universe. So I'm almost wondering if they're going to bring Garfield back. Andrew Garfield.
Oh, because I hate Mondays. Who's got lasagna? I was like, wait, Garfield? Is it going to be Bill Murray again?
Andrew Garfield was the only Spider-Man that said he hadn't seen a Venom, an alien. And Venom hasn't seen, but he has been in New York. So I think what happened is Venom went back into the other universe at the end of the Spider-Man series. But some of the Venom skin stayed in the MCU. So I think Spider-Man is going to take a vacation to Cancun and get the black suit. And then he's not going to need the Tony Stark stuff.
Gotcha.
Because you know how they made it so everybody forgot who he was? So I think that's how we're going to get to see the black suit, super awesome Spider-Man from the early 80s that everybody loved. Before Venom. But I really think Andrew Garfield might actually come back as another Sony thing.
I don't know, but as long as they continue to work, it doesn't have to be, just don't contradict each other, the universe. You know what I mean?
Well,
yes, okay, you do different universes, but
that's the thing.
Work together.
Bringing the Vulture, though, into the other universe is what made it confusing.
So maybe it is one.
I don't know. It's
Maybe
just
there's something, maybe we're going to find out in coming up in this weekend. Actually, Thursday, we're going to go watch the new Doctor Strange. We're going to watch it during the day.
I don't know if it's going to be shown during the day. I'll have to look to see if it's during the day. Oh, I got a doctor's appointment on Thursday, I think at 2.
We're going to see it at like 3 o'clock on Thursday. So that's Michelle's birthday's tomorrow. And
she is such a lucky girl to get to see a superhero movie.
We always go to the movies for her birthday. It's a very standard thing. So we're going to go Thursday as part of the celebration, part of it.
But I wish I could make it up there.
I wish you could too someday.
I would love to go see a superhero movie and hang out on her birthday.
It's going to be fun. Probably go out to dinner or something and just, I don't know.
Have some
high cards taken off. Just jumped in to say hi, off to feed horses.
Awesome. I like horses.
All right. It is 4:30. I didn't know what you're doing. I thought you were getting ready to cough at first.
I can't do the but the still kind of do that part.
Do you need to? Is your mom waiting on you?
Probably.
It's 4:30.
Oh, it's 4:30. Thank you guys so much. We got 50 people listening to us be dorky. Thank you guys so much.
Crypt Keeper,
hopefully, all you guys were entertaining each other when you were bored listening to me rant about my opinions. Normally,
that's what it's all about, though.
Yeah, I would say I'm normally a very positive person.
Except when it comes to your entertainment. You have high expectations because you've seen so many movies. You worked at a movie theater for so long and seen so many movies that you have higher expectations.
And Marvel has put out such good stuff. Put me back 20 years ago, and I would have thought that vampire stupid movie I saw would have been amazing. Just because I would just hope for anything.
You didn't have all the rest of it.
Yeah. I still love the original Punisher by Dolph Lundgren. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Dolph
isn't bad. He's all right.
It might be still my favorite Punisher.
I did like the TV show a lot.
I thought it was really cool when he just used brute strength against all those guys that were coming at him and stuff. And
Have you seen the TV show?
There's a TV show Punisher?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's pretty good. But I hate that actor. But he did an amazing job.
Why do you hate that actor? I forgot his name. But
well, he knocked up his best friend's wife.
Oh, in real life?
No, in Walking Dead.
Oh. That's you don't have any lines drawn. You got to draw some lines there, Ed.
Yeah. So that's where my line is drawn. You when your buddy's in a coma, you don't knock up his wife. And that's a line you don't cross.
It's a different universe, so it's a different version of him.
I don't know. And then he's in so many movies where he's a great douchebag. He is an awesome dirtbag.
Yeah, yeah.
But he did an amazing job as Punisher.
He was also on Kimmy Schmidt. The amazing. What is it? Did you ever watch that show? It's Kimmy Schmidt. It's on Netflix. It's a funny show with Titus Andromeda.
Yeah, and the mole girls.
Yeah. He was in that.
I love that show.
He was in that.
What was he in that?
He was an assassin sent to not an assassin, but basically an assassin sent to make sure that Titus wasn't going to talk about Mr. Frumpus, I think his name was, about the puppet who molested people.
See, I missed the last 3 episodes.
It's great. I love that series so much.
I wonder
what's it called? The Incredible Kimmy Schmidt, the something Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah,
I love that series. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't have YouTube or Netflix anymore.
Gotcha.
And you can't share Netflix either anymore.
Yeah,
they just made it so you can't share it, or they'll charge you $10 a line.
We do have, if you have the family plan, you can, because we have the family plan, and We have 6 people. My son uses it. Everybody uses it.
Well, I hope it still works out for you.
It is. We've it's as long as you're using a family plan.
Okay.
I think you can have. I think you can only have a couple watch at the same time, or 3, or I don't know, but it's still working.
Okay.
We watched it yesterday. In fact, at the same time, my son and his girlfriend.
Well,
right.
I felt like I had watched everything on Netflix, so I gave it up for a while.
Yeah, I'm with you. There isn't a whole lot there, like Grace and Frankie or Frankie and Grace. I like that. There's new episodes of that. But there's a lot of times I'll go for a month and not watch it because there's nothing new on it.
Yep. Well, I think I'm gone about 5 years, but they have it at my sister's house, so sometimes we watch stuff there. But yep. Gosh, anything? Oh, well, I'm looking hugely forward to the movie coming out this week. I'll probably see that Friday night, I guess, or Friday afternoon.
Well, maybe we can do another geek out if you're up to it. What's your medical schedule coming up? You've got the new pacemaker. When is that? That's still a while, right? I think you froze. One of us froze. I think it's you. Wow. What's up with my hair? It looks horrible.
Oh my gosh. You were frozen and all of a sudden you looked like Grizzly Adams.
So was it me that froze?
I think
I was still moving. Yeah.
Well,
anyways,
you were frozen and I was still moving, but then I went black and you started moving.
Well, at least you came back.
I wasn't working. I don't know. Weird stuff. I think Disney said that they heard, or Sony heard I didn't like their movie and they're coming after me. But I'm promoting the Disney Doctor Strange because I love Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So maybe next Monday. Oh, that's what I was asking. What's your medical schedule? So when do you have the pacemaker put in?
Okay. On the 5th of this week, which is, I don't know, on the 5th.
Thursday.
I get cleared, hopefully, to be able to walk upstairs and drive my car and and be able to maybe lift more than that weight. I don't know. Maybe they'll just, because I feel pain when I lift much stuff. So, and I can't still really sleep on my side. Like last night, I kept wanting to sleep on my side and my shoulders just hurt too much. So
maybe it'll be baby steps. You'll be able to drive and walk downstairs, just not carry anything.
Yeah. But so my hospital visit with my surgeon for clearing me for stuff is the 5th. And then my surgeon or the electrocardiology people said June 5th would be my surgery date for my floating thing.
Okay.
But it turns out June 5th is a Sunday. So I hope she didn't mean May 5th. So I was going to call the hospital today to make sure she knew what she was talking about, but I totally forgot.
Well, so we should be able to do a geek out next Monday then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And we can talk about Doctor Strange because we're both going to see it.
Ooh, yes. And hopefully another Moon Knight.
Yep.
And hopefully I'll get done with Captain America. Or Flash.
And I think you should at least give it a try. Give.
I am. I enjoyed watching.
No, Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry, Scarlet Witch. At least give it a try and see what you think. And you. Well, I hate to say it, but you can't just watch the first episode. You really got to give it a few.
Yeah, we'll see. But definitely, I'll watch Winter Soldier and Falcon because I love those two guys as buddies.
Now, yeah, they do. In their real life, very good friends too.
And maybe it'll make it easier for me when Falcon gets the shield back, that it's not the schmuck throwing it.
Good stuff happens. Stuff happens.
Man, it really made me mad that they aren't paying the Avengers anything because he couldn't get the loan for his boat.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is BS. The government is paying for repairs and updates on his armor, and he's going out and doing jobs for them. But yet they can't load him up with $500,000 or hazard pay or
saving the world, but that doesn't pay.
Yeah, his retirement from military or anything. Give me a break, man. That boat should be paid for.
Oh, and also by next Monday, I believe Ed's going to have memberships.
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, look, then Ginger came.
Zenny, where's she at? Oh, there she is.
I can't wait. Now, that is one person I've never got to meet in my life. And Paul McCarthy.
There's a bunch of people I haven't met that I really want to. Many of them. And
Geek Boy, I've never met him.
Geek Boy's going to be at the Clash.
Oh, that's awesome. How about Eric Weinrock?
Eric, I believe, is going to be at the Clash, right, Eric?
Well, that's awesome.
ABC is going to be there. Oinky's going to be there. Eduardo, Dee. Like I said, there's somewhere between 50 and 70 people from our community that are going to be at the Clash.
I've met
maybe even more than 70, but just the quick count that I've done, I think we're closer to 50, but don't know.
I wonder if I'll get to meet Patty.
Whips World is going to be there. I'm not sure if Patty is coming to Clash still. She was at one point. I know her plans changed a little bit, so I think she's still doing Triple Crown. She can tell us, but I'm
Patty,
not sure.
If I get to meet you, I'll give you a high five.
Bex will be there. Steven's going to be there. Geek Boy's going to be there. I'm just looking at all the going through. Like I said, Whips World is going to be there.
I wish Zen could have been there yesterday. That would have been really fun.
I do want to meet Zen. Crypt Keepers, I think, is going to be there. Brother Daniel Velez. I think Killer Kitty, didn't you say too that you were going to? I can't remember now. Sandy Dowdy, hi there. I don't think Sandy's coming down from Canada. She's not. That's not super far for her.
Well, Patty lives outside of the island now, right?
Well, she never did live on the island.
Oh, I thought she lived on the island.
I mean, Long Island?
Well, Manhattan.
I believe she lives upstate farther now.
Yeah, so maybe after the Clash, we could just have a barbecue in her backyard.
Maybe.
I'll bring the hot dogs.
Let's see.
You bring the buns.
Scotty the Fish Freak is going to be there, and Scotty Aquati, I think. Scotty Aquatics wasn't sure.
Grant will be there.
Grant will be there. Yep.
I bet you if we do an impromptu paintball gun war, I want him on my team.
I'll bring my son-in-law, although he does airsoft right now. But Larry D said he was going to be there. I think Ricky De Hoyos might be trying.
I want Larry D on my team too because I bet he's shifty.
Coach calls me Crazy Legs.
And he likes movies and stuff that I like, so I think I definitely want him on my team. So when we both get knocked out, we could sit there and talk. Queens. Oh, Queens is on. Isn't Queens on Manhattan Island?
And No Crown and I'm a Bash and the Clash. So Patty, I think, will be at the Clash. We said Crypt Keeper, got him.
I think, isn't Queens one of the suburbs on Manhattan Island? It's like Brooklyn.
Boroughs?
Oh, the boroughs. Okay. Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan.
But those aren't on an island.
Well, the stick of land that goes out.
Peninsula?
Yeah, whatever it is.
I mean, yeah, it is like Patty says, it's one of the boroughs, from New York City.
Okay, so I thought she was I thought she was in there. Well, Patty, that's too hard for me to get through, so I'm not coming.
Queens is on Long Island, see? So you were right. It's on Long Island.
Well, that's all too hard for me to travel. You got to be inland for me.
I don't do cities. She knows that. I don't ever do cities if I can help it. Morgantown is the biggest city I'll be in this year, probably.
I have to have somebody drive me if I'm in the city because I'll just get lost. And I mean, I've drove all over, New York, but I was in the passenger seat.
He is going to try to, Patty. Yeah, he's very much. It looks like it's pretty close, right? Going to the class for you.
Yeah, it's basically I just want to make sure my car can get there and stuff.
And James possibly could be with you. We don't know at all, so it might be James too.
Yep.
Again, there's just going to be a ton of people there, and we're going to be Lefty and I sponsored the hospitality suite, and Susie Q is going to be running the hospitality suite. So Fish Fam will be heavily represented in the hospitality suite.
So does that mean we're going to get drunk?
Well, people will be drinking.
I'm just teasing.
I don't want to drive people away who don't drink. I'm worried that somebody's not going to show up because they think it's going to be like,
there.
Yeah, screaming Aquascella from the top of the hotel at 2:00 in the morning.
Has anybody invited Joey? Just saying. I
have no idea.
You would want some mega celebrities.
No, we don't want any mega celebrities.
There was no way that was just related to what you said earlier.
Ed, you're going to be our mega celebrity. Susie Q has the biggest channel, I think, out of everybody. If that's what we're going by.
Oh, and then like Lefty said, he drove by her house on the way down. He should have picked her up and took her. She could have stayed in our room.
Scotty said Joey will not be present this year. Alishon said the ACA is usually a booze fest.
I went to the ALA last year, but I never went to any of the hospitality stuff.
Well,
I hung out with Corey a lot. It was a lot of fun.
Keystone Clash, you will. Yeah, I don't think there's like any big YouTubers going to this. None. That I'm aware of. I know Corey is not going to make it. He actually said they had a chance because his wife Dorkula, she has family in the area, but it's just not going to work out.
Corey is such a nice guy, and he played games with me. So anybody that plays games with me, I like.
Scotty said he was invited to speak in the past and canceled on us. Not Corey, but the other guy.
Oh, I wouldn't want to listen to him talk.
Chris Biggs is not going to be there, but I think he.
And I would listen to Corey talk. The other guy.
It's going to be fun. Stephen P's going, and he's a huge YouTuber. It's going to be fun, regardless.
There's no body shaming.
Whole bunch of people.
And I can only say that because I'm about the same sizes.
I think Scotty. I think Biggsy said that everybody's Scotty, Biggsy, Patty, Alishani. I think Chris did say that he was going to be next year.
Awesome.
It's going to be fun, regardless. And I'm hoping that everybody can make it up there.
Oh, my mom is opening the door, so I got to go, guys. But thank you, Super Chatter, so much. You guys are amazing. I really, really appreciate it. Mods, you guys did a super job, too. And everybody, thank you so much for having fun with us. Riko, it was great having fun with you again.
Yes.
I'll call you later to try to figure out how to fix my telephone.
Yeah.
And to figure out memberships.
We'll do a stream.
Mom's waiting at the door for me. Can you see
Bye,
her?
Mom.
she went. They said Riko said hi.
Actually, I said bye, but
he said bye. Okay. See you guys later.
See ya.